that Donald Trump represents a neo-fascist impulse.
So I'm going to try to be fair here. This is Marianne Williamson, for those that don't know. It's not recent. She put out a video today or yesterday about that she believes that Robert Kennedy Jr. is doing what he believes is best with endorsing Trump, but she's still on the Trump's a fascist, Trump is this, Trump, and so I'm trying not to go to the place where I just go off and just say, do you people ever consider that you're wrong? Yeah, because I've never seen where it's always the same thing you say. You always say it's because somebody told you or you saw this, yet you disregard things like how he was trying to eradicate trafficking. Again, I know that for a fact because I saw it play out as a nurse. I saw how his policies were impacting that, were making a difference. I took care of women that were coming into the ER. I'm a psych nurse coming in regularly, like once a month, because of a safe house in my county. That's all directly tied to his executive orders. So when you guys say this, that he's a fascist and he's this and he's that, and yet he never mandated anybody to wear masks. He never mandated anybody to do anything. He has the country's best interest at heart, yet Joe Biden mandated vaccines. Joe Biden mandated every single thing he could. People lost their jobs because they weren't allowed the right to have medical freedom and make decisions on their own. They had to be coerced that you either will get a paycheck or you can walk out the door without a vaccine. That's not what this country's about. Yet you people Marianne Williamson wrote books about return to love. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. So you either deliberately ignore, this is why people end up looking at you guys as corrupt. Because to most of us Americans, it's like, how can you not see what we see? But you look down on us Americans. You do. You say, no, well, I'm more influential. I'm in the Oprah circle. I'm in all of these circles that knows who Donald Trump is. Well, clearly you don't. Clearly the majority of the American people know better than you do, which our founders even said that was the case, which is why they wanted the people to have free speech. Of course, we don't have that. Even Marianne Williamson will admit that we're not in a country that allows free speech anymore, unfortunately. But I do not understand why for people that want to talk about love, forgiveness, tolerance. That's what your side is all about, right? But you're not about it. You're not. You just use those words. And so then to us average Americans who it's important to us that it not just be words, but that your actions show that you're about what you supposedly stand for, when it doesn't align, then that's why we see you guys as corrupt. It is. I went to, earlier today, I went to this Trump store that's in a couple of towns over from me, selling Trump hats and mugs and t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. And yet the stories I was hearing in there, like somebody coming in saying they had to get another magnet because a liberal is taking all the magnets off their car. They're taking all their Trump signs out of their yards. And I'm like, this is the party you guys stand in. It is. Marianne Williamson can call herself an independent or that she's a progressive, okay, but all of that party, that's what you guys do. So you're not tolerant. You're not understanding. You're not caring, because you don't care that Donald Trump was trying to help victims that have been trafficked. And I know it. I know it. I get silenced for it. So it doesn't align. And yet it just baffles me how you people that, you talk so articulate, you're so well, full of knowledge and academia, but you never ever can consider that maybe you're wrong, or that maybe your perception of somebody is wrong. And so then when you do that, that's why we just end up seeing you all as corrupt. That's why we call you all out. That's why early this morning I was doing one video after another calling out the Democrat Party, because nothing that you say that you stand for are you about. You're not tolerant. You're not forgiving. You're not understanding. You're not empathetic. You're not caring. And you can't even look at your own character defects. It's just Trump, 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 Trump. So, I mean, and then somebody else I heard in the store today said that, these are people that, like somebody had an elderly mother who she wants to wear her Trump hat, but she's afraid she'll get beat up in California. People who want to support this candidate, and that's what your party was representing. But then that party represents violence. Look at, the summer of 2020 with BLM, and they supported all that. That was all about what diversity. Look at what diversity is doing everywhere in the world. I lose my patience with it, because there's a reason that it's not a conspiracy theory that everybody puts you in the same category because we're stupid. No, we're not stupid. What we see is that there's an inability for you to ever budge on how you perceive Donald Trump. And instead of you maybe you're all people like Marianne Williamson was one that was running for president at one time. If you don't ever want to listen to the people, then how can you expect to serve the people? You don't even listen to them. You've made up your mind about Donald Trump. So you're able to say you can understand and believe that Bobby Kennedy Jr. is, he has his heart's in the right place. He believes in what he's doing by endorsing Trump, but you still see him as a threat. But never ever stopping to say, well, maybe it's us that's wrong. AOC can't do that. You can't do that. Bernie Sanders, none of you in the Democrats or the Progressive Party can do that. And then you wonder why people end up seeing you as just corrupt. Because nothing you stand for do you show or display that you're about. You show that you're the very opposite. It's very sad. It's closed-minded, narrow-mindedness, and ignorance.